mean, is electric.
What up, shorties? What up?
When the NBA's brightest stars take the court, they can create a highlight reel filled with spectacular plays.
Steve Francis sails into the next millennium.
How you want it, man? I can give it to you any kind of way, so how do you want it?
There's McGrady, look out! Can you believe that?
Every now and then, if I'm up in the air, I'm thinking, okay, should I go backwards? Or should I do a two-hand windmill? Or maybe a one-hand windmill?
Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen.
Each team in the league seems to have supremely talented players, and if you were building the perfect team, you could do it with any number of combinations.
When I'm on the court, I'm giving you everything. Talent and skill, caught up in the moment.
Kevin Garnett, one of the greatest players in the game. Big fella, showing up Wallace with a tremendous block.
You have to challenge yourself every single night. And on the court, it's me against the world.
Oh my, Jermaine O'Neal.
But in building any team, one must start with a cornerstone.
A 10 million authority. This man is unbelievable.
A signature player. The foundation. Hello everyone, I'm Spiro Ditas of NBA TV and welcome to The Foundation. The NBA features a galaxy of stars who are all helping to shape the game in their own distinct way. These are some of the players who make up the foundation not only of their individual teams but also of the NBA. And while there are marquee players everywhere you look, we've picked out just a select few for this DVD collection. We'll bring you the stories of 9 players who are all having a profound impact on the NBA. They range from polished big men like Tim Duncan and Jermaine O'Neal to electrifying guards like Steve Francis and Allen Iverson. There's high-flying Vince Carter, hard-working Ben Wallace, and groundbreaking talents like Tracy McGrady and Kevin Garnett who paved the way for a new generation of young stars. Plus the man who's become the bridge to a new basketball world, Yao Ming. These players are helping to redefine the modern-day NBA while capturing the imagination of fans around the world. And together they are some of the building blocks for the future of the game. So sit back and enjoy The Foundation.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
Number 15, Vince Carter!
What am I all about?
Gets through and slams it. Oh yeah. Carter slams.
I can do it all.
Oh no!
Elevation.
Deep round for 3. Short. Oh, look at that rebound. Are you kidding?
Soaring.
Vince Carter, there he goes.
Explosive.
Vince Carter! He did not do that!
Bursting into the NBA in 1998, Vince Carter was a revelation.
He just sort of took off beyond where he or anyone else thought that he would be at this point.
Carter to the basket! Oh, wow!
Once he seems to be on stage, if you will,
For the third quarter, I need Iverson with some ice.
it's just like a different person. He feels like if you paid to come see him play,
Hey!
he needs to give you something for your money.
Showtime! Oh,
A 360 with one hit!
A lot of my motivation is because I don't want to let my family down.
Come on, let's go!
The support and the opportunity they provided for me was amazing. My mother sacrificed a lot of things. I make sure when I step it on the floor, I'm going to get the job done any way I can to make Mom proud.
Vince would do just that as the league's top rookie. And before long, everyone had a favorite Vince Carter dunk.
When he caught it and windmilled it off the break, alley-oop, I was like, man, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life.
He had one where he went baseline,
and kind of cradled and threw it back over his head in a game, I think, against Indiana. Awesome.
Right corner, Carter's open, drives the baseline. Oh! Vince Carter showing you some of the highlight reel.
It seems as if Vince Carter has it all. The one thing he doesn't have is a nickname.
Carter, I know, I seen you. You know, we not played against each other. I not seen you crash on cats. That is ridiculous. I done seen you smash on a lot of people.
Vince Carter just put Bull Outlaw on a poster.
I done seen you do a lot of different dunks.
Vince Carter now, look out!
Ooh.
Carter elevates and throws it down.
Ooh, you just, ooh.
When I first got to TNT, I said I was going to start giving guys nicknames because in New York City, where I grew up, you couldn't play on the playground without it. And Vince is definitely half man and half amazing.
That was sick, wicked, nasty.
Half man, half amazing, sums it all up. No one was ready for what he brought to the league. No one.
Carter with some authority. Thanks for coming out.
Vince led all vote-getters for the 2000 All-Star Game, but the slam dunk contest would take his popularity to a new level.
It changed a lot of things in a matter of minutes.
Here is Vince Carter with his first stop. This building just exploded.
Hey, Michael, move over. Somebody's coming to get your best dunk ever.
When he did that first dunk, that was the most memorable, the first one, because I never seen nothing like it.
I went in one guy, came out another guy, and it's just been a wild ride since then.
Oh, it's over! It's over, ladies and gentlemen!
In 2001, Carter led his Raptors onto the playoff stage, and he would rise to the occasion.
It's prime time. You know, you're on. You're pretty much the only game on, so everybody's watching.
And Carter would treat fans to a classic performance in the second-round series against the 76ers.
3 for Vince Carter. He's on fire right now. Carter does it again. What a show by him tonight. Carter will go to another 3. 5 for 5. The young man put on such a display of shooting. He's got to be approaching playoff record stratosphere. 7 and 7 from three-point territory. The NBA playoff record has been established. Carter with the rebound. Turnaround. Another one. That's amazing. Amazing. Vince Carter has hit his 8th three-pointer in a row. Carter with 50 points tonight. Incredible game.
He was taking you to town, downtown. You guys couldn't stop him from the outside.
You're right. You saw the game just like everybody else.
Is there a way to stop him from outside?
No, man. If there was, we would have did it. Come on, man. We watch it on TV all year long on the Sports Center highlights. You can't shut nobody like that down.
The only thing that could slow Vince down was injuries. And over the next 2 seasons, Toronto's high flyer would be brought down to earth.
Juggling the ball now in the right point. The trailer is Carter, and he's sent to the floor hard, and he is down on the court.
What do you think as a mom when your son's on the court and he gets injured like that?
Well, actually, your heart stops for a minute. You can't think. You're just looking at him, and you're just praying that he gets up. I realized that it was the knee area, and that always concerns you.
That quadricep area has been a major thorn in Vince's side.
I think injuries just a part of the game, and you really can't control when you're going to get an injury. And it's because of the injuries which made me fine-tune other parts of my game.
Carter, shake and bake move, step back jumper on the way, got it.
It just made me look at the game a little different. So when I'm able to still get into the air,
He throws it up and in!
I can pretty much put them both together to make me more effective.
I think he's starting to understand that he doesn't always have to be spectacular or half man, half amazing for everybody to enjoy him playing.
There's a lot of ways that you can help your team. When you're as athletic as a Vince Carter, you don't have to dunk it, but go strong, use your body, finish.
Here's Carter with a wraparound over the midcourt line. Baker Oh my goodness! Right off the wing.
Don't get me wrong, dunking the ball still has a significance in my game. and for fans, of course, but it's just another point.
Here's Iverson setting it up for Carter.
I think that quadricep strain feels better.
I'll tell you what, this looked like Vince Carter of his first couple of years in the NBA.
Carter's aerial exploits earned him the nickname Air Canada. But during his first 2 years in Toronto, Vince had a young co-pilot who was just beginning to spread his wings, a player who also happened to be his cousin, Tracy McGrady.
T-Mac, and I am the one.
T-Mac to the rack. Oh, baby, did he rock the rim.
Here's McGrady off the drive. Tracy McGrady has got 50.
He's the best one-on-one player in all league.
McGrady, what a move.
That's the hardest guy to guard.
Here's McGrady, look out.
He's the best small forward in the league.
Oh, baby, what a play by T-Mac.
I am a versatile player. A guy that can go inside, outside. It's how you want it. That's how I tell them, how you want it, man. I can give it to you any kind of way, so how do you want it?
Look out.
For Tracy McGrady, being an NBA superstar wasn't just a dream, it seemed to be his destiny.
I was just born with natural talent.
T-Mac won the NBA scoring title in 2003, the league's youngest scoring champion in nearly 30 years. And he can put up points in every conceivable way.
I really just don't have a specific move.
A spectacular move, and there's his ability to hang in the air.
It all depends on how my defender is playing me. I might can shake in one way and go the other.
When he starts to go, he just keeps going.
And pull up for a jumper.
McGrady absolutely on fire.
Or I might just take him all the way to the rack. You really never know.
Tracy was drafted by the Toronto Raptors in 1997, going from high school right to the NBA. As a rookie, his playing time was limited, but his talent was clear.
The two-handed jam. Tracy McGrady is putting on a show here.
When the Raptors drafted Vince Carter the following season, he needed no introduction to T-Mac. The two were cousins. And though Vince was older, Tracy was the one providing guidance about the NBA.
Makes my transition easier. I mean, city life, game time, practice, anything that's new to me, I just come to him.
Carter to McGrady. It's a family affair.
Emerging as the league's newest sensation, Carter quickly took center stage, while McGrady took a supporting role, one that brought mixed feelings.
The good part about it was I was learning from him and watch how he handled being in the spotlight every night. The bad part about it is he always took the game-winning shots.
They're going to Carter.
And I sometimes wanted to be in his position.
Vince Carter with 1.6 gets Toronto a 2-point lead.
But there was no jealousy at all. You know, I had to pay my dues because I was still young. You know, I just had patience.
Tracy's patience would pay off in 2000 when he signed with the Orlando Magic. Finally, it was his turn to be the leading man, and he would show the league that he was more than ready for his opportunity.
Well, he has certainly stepped up his offensive game. Look at him wheel to the hoop.
Beautiful wraparound, powerful move by the NBA scoring leader.
Hey, we got to take care of the ball, man. We got to. Come on.
That's the prettiest one tonight.
He's spectacular. 57 points for McGrady.
You missing too many layups. You're right, I got dunked that. I like the move. Finish. You're right. Finish.
McGrady sets a franchise record 62.
McGrady, he is full of life tonight. Oh, that's a big one there, T-Mac.
By age 24, McGrady was already a four-time All-Star and one of the NBA's premier players, rising beyond even his own expectations.
I felt like I can be an All-Star if I just got somewhere and showcase my skills. But I didn't think it was going to happen this quick.
Tracy McGrady going glass.
Hey, man,
Man, I think I might wear a headband. Whoa! No. So we on camera. Oh.
These days, Tracy has joined Vince Carter in the bright glare of the NBA spotlight. It's allowed him to show his fans a personality that can be just as entertaining as his game.
Thanks. There you go.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God.
It really means a lot to me. You know, without the fans, I won't be who I am today. Tracy McGrady show. I definitely needed a haircut right there.
We're doing a little special, so you gotta wave at my boys right there. The camera, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right there on the floor. On the floor right here? Yeah.
Tracy has had the chance to blossom not far from his roots. His hometown of Auburndale, Florida is just 40 miles down the road from Orlando. And though it may be close in distance, T-Mac has come a long way.
That used to be my crib. That's where I grew up at. Right there, man. That is the house that I grew up in.
The neighborhood that I grew up in, it wasn't the best, but this home made me really just look back and really see what I come from and just realize that I'm blessed.
In some ways, it seems as if Tracy has never left the old neighborhood, a place where no one knew him as T-Mac, NBA superstar.
I don't know where T-Mac came from, because we grew up calling him Pumpkin.
He'd rather for me to call him Pumpkin instead of Tracy.
Pumpkin head, baked beans. He loved baked beans. He used to love baked beans with sugar on them, so a lot of people out here call him baked beans.
You know what I'm This is home, man. I mean, I love my town. I just hang out. I don't try to hide myself from these people.
A lot of people, they'll, come from a small town and, some of them won't look back at the town, but Tracy's one of the ones that always remember where he come from.
Now Tracy is focused on what's ahead. He's proven his individual brilliance, but playoff success has eluded him, and his competitive fire burns more fiercely than ever.
I'm trying to do whatever it takes to get to that next level. I just don't want to be known as a guy that was a great player, but he didn't win. I want to be known as a champion. I want to win, man. That's the only thing I want to do. Winning is everything to me.
For McGrady, there was never a question of his talent. He just needed a time and place to show it, much like Jermaine O'Neal. Like Tracy, he made a giant leap to the NBA, but it took him a while to take the next step to stardom.
My drive is unexplainable. I have an addiction for success. Now it's my time to show the world what I can do.
Jermaine O'Neal has developed into one of the premier big men in the game. Combining power and finesse, he's become an all-star and the foundation of the Indiana Pacers. But for Jermaine, the path to success has not always been smooth.
With the 17th pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Jermaine O'Neal from Eau Claire High School in South Carolina.
I was 17 when I first got out there, and I was nervous, and I knew it was a lifelong dream that I was accomplishing.
Jermaine not only achieved his dream, he became the youngest player ever to play in an NBA game. But while his youth helped him make history, it also made for a tough transition.
The rebound finds the rookie who misses a slam dunk.
Coming out of high school, you hear so much about the physical aspect of it and not enough about the mental aspect of it.
But Jermaine wouldn't have much chance to work through his struggles on the court. Most of the time, he found himself relegated to the bench, waiting for his turn behind more experienced players.
It was hard for me because I wasn't playing, but at the same time, it might have been the best situation for me because it made me tougher mentally, physically, and it made me want it more.
By his fourth season in Portland, O'Neal was starting to make the most of the limited opportunities that came his way.
Oh, that young man!
Jermaine felt his time had come to play a bigger role, and the fans were tantalized by his potential.
I have a feeling they want O'Neal.
It was hard for me to swallow not getting the opportunity in my fourth year where I knew I was ready to contribute in a major way, and it didn't happen. And I had just re-signed back for 4 more years, and I had just went through 3 years of not playing, and that was definitely a low point. But You know, I knew if I didn't get the opportunity to show people in Portland, I was going to get the opportunity somewhere else.
He would finally get his chance in the heartland of basketball, Indiana, when Jermaine was traded to the Pacers in the summer of 2000.
We feel really fortunate that we're able to make this trade. We think that we have a diamond in the rough. In Jermaine O'Neal, we get a player who's 6'11", 7 feet tall, 21 years old, but he's been in the league 4 years.
A lot of you haven't had the opportunity to really see how good a basketball player he is. My job is to make sure that we get that out of him.
The trade marked a new beginning for Jermaine, who would be thrust into a prominent role. And he had a mentor to guide him in Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas.
You know, Isaiah told me that whatever I wanted with my career now is totally up to me. If I fail, it's because I wasn't good enough. If I succeed, it's because I was definitely good enough.
Jermaine, start out half first.
Jermaine O'Neal, the kid can play, make no mistake. Ball grabbed by O'Neal, isolated, stutter step, quick spin, power jam with the right hand. Oh, was that pretty.
I was out there every single night playing 35, 40 minutes every single game, and I was able to really develop.
12 minutes to go in the game. Get us back into this. You get us back into this. Clean up every board, block every shot.
Oh my, Jermaine O'Neal!
Oh, and a block there, Jermaine O'Neal. Right up in Shaq's grill. O'Neal against Ratliff. Nice spin move. Oh, Jermaine O'Neal!
And as Jermaine continued to emerge, the Pacers veteran star Reggie Miller began to step back, passing the torch of leadership.
He has all the skills, and he has the game that can take all of us to that next level.
Jermaine O'Neal, unstoppable.
Set me down. I said this team's going to go as far as I take them. And that meant a lot. They're coming from Reggie Miller, who's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest ever played. For him to sit me down and say, hey, we need you to step up and play at a high level every single night and take this team to the next level. And ever since then, I've just been kind of looking up.
Down to 2, down to 1. Harrington floats it. It will count. Jermaine O'Neal able to slam the lob.
All of Jermaine's hard work and perseverance had paid off. He was becoming the player he always knew he could be, and his development was recognized by the NBA in 2002.
NBA Most Improved Award to our own Jermaine O'Neal.
That same season, Jermaine had been honored as one of the NBA's best when he was chosen for the All-Star team. And he would go on to earn that distinction 3 years in a row, twice as a starter.
And a beauty by Jermaine O'Neal, flying through the air with the greatest of ease.
As the 2004 season began, Rick Carlisle became the Pacers' new head coach, and he knew that the team's fortunes would be riding on O'Neal.
He is the most talented player that this franchise has ever had.
Here's Jermaine O'Neal bringing it all the way up, hitting the slam.
He's starting to feel good.
My game really sets itself up on the defensive end of the court. You know, sometimes knocking a guy down, sometimes blocking a shot.
Sprewell cuts in and terminated by O'Neal.
And once I get that going, then I'm sprinting down the court to try to make things happen on offense.
The shot is blocked by O'Neal, and here comes Crozier. Crozier gives it up left side to Best, back into the lane, and O'Neal, after blocking the shot at one end, runs the floor and gets a dunk at the other.
Jermaine has elevated every phase of his game, and his lethal low-post moves have now become virtually unstoppable.
Kenny Thomas, O'Neal, jump hook, got it. Nobody stopping a red-hot Jermaine O'Neal.
Jermaine O'Neal now has become a legitimate MVP candidate because he has lifted the level of the players that are around him. He has helped nurture Ron Artest into an all-star player. He's helped guys like Tinsley by giving them encouragement and confidence, and he's been deferential but done so as a real leader, and that's what great players do.
Now Jermaine looks to take his own place among the legends in the lore of Indiana basketball. He'll try to restore the Pacer franchise to championship glory. And after all he's been through, this young superstar is relishing the challenge of carrying his team.
I want to win in such a major way that they don't have any problems throwing the ball to me at the end of the game. So I tell them coming out of the huddle, if you throw it to me, I'm going to make it.
Strickland makes the move, Got a shot. He's open. Made it. He made it. The Pacers win it at the buzzer. Yes, Indiana riding the back of Jermaine O'Neal tonight.
I'm going to use my emotions and my energy and my focus to try to carry my team to the next level. And when I walk away from this game, I'm going to be considered one of the best to ever play.
For O'Neal, going from high school to the NBA was a major adjustment. But another big man faced an even bigger transition, heading not just to a new league, but also a new country. He is Yao Ming of the Houston Rockets. China, a land of 1.3 billion people, living literally half a world away from the United States. The two nations are separated not only by thousands of miles, but vastly different languages and cultures as well. Yet despite the gap between them, they share one common bond that becomes stronger all the time: the game of basketball. Its popularity in China has grown at a remarkable rate, with more and more youngsters across the country playing the game as well as following the NBA. And there is one player who leads the way as China's greatest basketball export and a symbol of national pride. He is Yao Ming.
Very proud.
Very proud.
Yeah, he's going to represent the Chinese in American sport here.
Yao has been a center of attention ever since he was drafted by the Rockets in 2002. Standing 7'6", he became the first player from outside the U.S. to become the league's #1 draft pick, and only the third Chinese-born player to enter the NBA. But Yao's rookie season would bring a unique set of challenges on and off the court.
In the U.S., basketball is about fun. There are a lot of other things involved in basketball here, and I think that the outcome of the game is just part of it.
How are the constant demands of the NBA schedule, and has that been difficult for you?
给你什么挑战，就是你怎么面对这个强度。 所以有时间就是睡觉。Whenever I have time, I need to sleep.
Once he got here, we threw him right into the fire. We were like, okay, let's do it, big fella. And he didn't want to tell us he was tired, but he had to be tired.
Yao certainly wasn't used to competing against the best players in the world on a nightly basis.
Just give us your impressions of your first game with the Rockets.
你对你第一个比赛有什么印象？
我对我踢比赛就是说，看电视看比赛总是感觉很简单，但真正打比赛的时候，感觉就是难度非常的大。
When you watch it on TV, it seems really easy, but when you're actually out there playing, it's extremely difficult.
But the Rockets organization did all it could to ease Yao's transition to his new surroundings.
In getting used to the NBA life, I've had a lot of help from other people.
大家帮助了我很多。
Playing basketball together allows us to have a lot of common language. I think basketball is a kind of language.
篮球是一种语言。
With a support system in place, Yao started becoming comfortable on the court, and he began to show the talent that had made him China's premier player.
Yao Ming posts up, takes it inside, swings back, lays it up for two. Oh, what a move! Oh, nice! I saw it coming! I saw it coming! I saw it coming! And Yao Ming with a block on Peterson at the end of the quarter. Peterson trying to get the shot off, and Yao said, "Not in my house."
In just his rookie season, Yao emerged as one of the NBA's most versatile centers, as he displayed an array of skills rarely ever seen in a player his size.
He's a phenomenal big man. He's 7'6", guy who can run the floor, shoot from the perimeter.
He has not made a three until now.
He's only shot one before.
His first NBA three.
It's like something you've never really seen or that you can project from a 7'6" guy, the way he moves, how fluid he is.
He's working his Mandarin magic tonight.
I think he's our next generation of the next great big man to come into this league.
Oh, baby! What a feel for the game.
Despite his skills, Yao couldn't lead Houston to the playoffs. So during the offseason, he set out to become a better player both physically and fundamentally. And he would also embark on a new phase of his NBA education when he received a visit from one of the game's legendary centers.
Have you met Bill Walton?
Hi, I'm Bill.
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to see you, Yao Ming, yes.
Old school would teach new school some of the secrets of his success.
When they do that, don't push back, do that. Fake a pass, and then turn and shoot. The left, you're here, and then you're right, and you're able to score. So much fun to watch.
And before he departed, Walton shared some final words of wisdom.
Stay healthy, get your rest, learn to protect yourself. They're going to come after you, okay? Remember, it's got to be fun, because if you're not having fun, then who else is going to have any fun? Okay, and remember, it's a mental game all the time. All right?
All right. Thanks.
Good luck.
And it was clear that Yao had taken Walton's words to heart. He entered his second season as a stronger and more complete player, and the proof was in his performance on the court, most notably in his matchups against the NBA's most dominating center.
The development is that Shaq could, outrun, out-hustle, out-muscle him in their first few meetings. And now you can see the development of Ming increasing in the stamina, the strength, and the ability to stay in the flow of it. And Shaq can do a lot of things through intimidation.
My big man looks focused today. My big man look like he's focused. He ain't scared today.
And one of the things that I think he's learned now is that, with Yao, intimidation is going to work.
Cato has a 20-foot jump shot. Rebound, batted. Yao Ming's got it. Turns, get it, stuffs it over the
Give him that one.
And on Shaq.
Even Shaq was impressed with Yao's progress, and so are NBA fans around the world who voted him the starting center for the Western Conference of the All-Star Game for the second straight season. But while Yao, the basketball player, was living up to expectations, the personality he displayed came as an unexpected pleasure. His modesty and sense of humor endeared him to teammates and fans everywhere.
Have you eaten any American food yet?
你有没有吃？你吃了什么美国菜吗？
美国菜？
还是对
I don't like beef in the Texas. I like steak. That's why I come to the Texas.
By his second NBA season, Yao Ming had already become a celebrity known around the world. A gentle giant with a unique combination of basketball brilliance and self-effacing charisma. But through it all, Yao remained Yao.
It's definitely surpassed my expectations.
Okay.
And action.
I don't really understand how it got to be this way. Maybe I'm a little strange.
Though still considered an NBA neophyte, Yao has served notice that the league has a gigantic force to be reckoned with for many years to come. And in this incredible journey that began in China and somehow saw its way to Houston, Texas, one thing is clear. One of the game's tallest and most beloved stars is also one of its most important players, one who helps bridge the gap between cultures while content just being himself.
I just live my life the way that makes me happy and play basketball the way that makes me happy, and then I let people see that.
Here we go. 22.4 left, 13 on the shot clock. Tie game, 92 apiece at Toyota Center. Steve Francis, the lob. Yao makes the tough catch and got the basket.
Two in a foul! And Yao puts it in and a chance to put it up by 3. Wow.
Improving by leaps and bounds, Yao Ming helped lift Houston into playoff contention. But he wasn't the only reason for their success. Another player who fueled the rise of the Rockets was all-star point guard Steve Francis.
Invented that shot in midair.
How about that for a high riser?
The Rockets' Steve Francis is the total package.
Takes it all the way to the basket. How did he get that up and in?
He's a feared outside shooter.
Oh, Steve Francis with a cold-blooded 3.
He can also drive to the basket and finish with a flourish.
Ran over Jahidi White.
And above all, he is a true team leader.
The LA Lakers, huh? Okay. Listen, yo, they looking past us, dog. Let's come out here and play basketball, man. We can beat them, yo. Let's play Rocket basketball. Rockets on 3. You know. 1, 2, 3. You know. Roll, baby. Let's roll. Let's roll. Stay up, ah. El Deuce, El Deuce. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh. Hey, coach, you want to pick and roll? You want us to switch? Yeah. The pick and rolls, we switching. All right. I know they got respect. They the team we trying to beat. But at the same time, they getting a lot of little smacks and stuff. Hey, yo, that's what I'm talking about. Come on. Let's play more physical, man. They out-physical us.
Look out. Oh, Stevie Francis.
Hey, give me one, boy. That's what I'm talking about, boy. Yeah. Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Way to go, way to go. Yeah.
But along with all his other attributes, Francis also seemed to possess great timing. Because, unlike most high draft picks, he joined a Houston Rocket team that was ready to challenge for a championship. With established superstars like Hakeem Olajuwon and Charles Barkley there to guide him, it seemed that Steve's transition to the NBA would be a simple one. But it wasn't long after Francis arrived that Barkley and Olajuwon both succumbed to injuries. And now, with the team forced to rebuild, Francis was asked to single-handedly shoulder the burden of one of the NBA's proudest franchises. Yet despite the daunting task in front of him, Steve seemed up for it, and he would try to meet the challenge all by himself.
He's a one-man offensive gang right now.
Montego Cummings comes out on Francis. 4, down to 3, down to 2. Stevie to the middle, lays it up. Oh, 0.2 of a second left. Steve Francis goes from one baseline to the next.
But he would soon learn that in the NBA, one player can only do so much.
Just under 6 seconds left to play.
All it is 1 point.
If the Rockets make the offensive play, they win. Francis pops out. Harper's all over him. You got to go. 3 seconds down to 2.
Shoot
Francis
the ball.
will not get the shot off. He did get it off, but he didn't get it off in time.
He had a middle distance shot. He was at the top of the key. He tried to get closer. You got to take what the defense gives you.
A disappointing, disheartening loss by the Houston Rockets as youth continues to hurt down the stretch.
The weight of trying to resurrect the franchise could have been an overwhelming load to bear. But Francis was able to draw upon his own painful experiences for some needed perspective.
To me, I don't think there's anything that's worse than losing your mother.
Steve's mother passed away when he was just in high school.
Just to be able to rebound and just to be able to openly talk about it from my heart and let people know that, hey, it was tough for me to deal with.
But despite his loss, Francis would never forget the life lessons that were passed on to him.
She was real poised and patient with us because boys are going to be boys. We were wild at a young age, and that really helped me when I got older, just to learn to be patient.
And when he arrived in the NBA, her guidance would continue to be a source of inspiration.
I'm going to keep striving and be the person that, my mother seen me when she was alive.
Steve would use the patience his mother had instilled to help him evolve as a player and a leader. One way he would do it was by getting his teammates more involved.
Good pass underneath to his pal, Mobley.
Francis the other way, behind the back. Great pass to Anderson.
He would also motivate them with his fierce desire and will to win.
Oh, how about that? Hustle basketball by your Houston Rockets. Steal by Stevie Francis. Look out. Oh, Stevie Francis. Can Steve save it? Yes, he does. Throws it back out. Good hustle. Francis gets it back with 9 on the shot clock and hits the 3.
Whenever the Rockets needed him to take over a game by himself, Steve was more than willing to answer the call.
We're tied. 2 seconds. Right side for 3. Francis, he made it. He made it with 1/10 of a second. Unbelievable.
I think his work ethic and his attitude and his desire to improve are key factors for him, and I just think he's going to keep growing and growing.
And in a marquee matchup with the three-time champion Lakers, Steve showed just how far he had come.
3 seconds left. Stevie down to Yao Ming! Oh!
He just answered a lot of questions on that particular play. That play illustrated the kind of game he's had tonight. He realized that he can't do it all by himself.
This game signaled the arrival, folks, of a legitimate superstar.
Now one of the league's top point guards, Steve continues to embrace every challenge that comes his way, including restoring the Rockets to prominence.
I know y'all are kind of upset that we didn't make the playoffs, but we were trying every single night. Next year is real important, not only for myself, but for all my teammates, the coaches, and we're going to come back strong next year. I just want to say thank you, and I love you. Thank you so much.
I've grown a lot as far as developing myself to be a leader. That all comes with growing, maturing, and knowing the game of basketball. I think I've come a long way considering all that I've been through.
Steve Francis has electrified the fans in Houston, but in the Lone Star State, there is one preeminent star who has towered over the NBA landscape. He's the man who has led the San Antonio Spurs to 2 NBA titles, Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan's greatness lies not just in his vast range of skills or growing list of achievements, it's also his command of basketball's basics as he plays the game in its purest form.
Duncan, jump hook is good. So good.
The way he does things in a fundamental, efficient way is beautiful. The way simplicity and other things is beautiful.
Duncan, the little pirouette there, like looking at a dancer.
Yeah, it's just, he's so solid. I mean, in everything he does.
Big fundamentals. Big fundamentals.
He's a very aggressive player, very smart player. Shoots the jumper well, plays inside well.
This guy is the big fundamental, but he is everything that you want in a basketball play.
Ironically, this player who embodies basketball at its best was heading in a very different direction when he began his athletic career.
I wasn't really born to play this game. That wasn't my road the first time. I wasn't blessed with that at first.
Growing up in St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, a young Tim Duncan would dedicate himself to the sport of swimming.
To swim anywhere from 5,000 meters to 8,000 meters a day.
But Tim's love for swimming would drift away when he lost his greatest inspiration.
My mom died, so really, she was a big part of my swimming stuff, so I really lost interest in that way. Just kind of found a different way to go. Started playing basketball.
Introduced to the sport as a 9th grader, Duncan quickly made up for lost time. He would develop into an All-American at Wake Forest and was ready to take his game to the next level.
With the first pick in the 1997 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Tim Duncan from Wake Forest University.
Winning Rookie of the Year honors, Tim propelled the Spurs to the greatest single-season turnaround in NBA history. By his second season, he had arrived as a superstar. Just 10 years after learning the game, he was already one of the best in the world.
Oh! Over Divac goes Duncan.
Duncan's taking this game over. Another time. Duncan cannot be stopped.
First play, we're going to go wedge down to Tim, see what they do.
And in 1999, young Tim Duncan would lead San Antonio to the top of the NBA.
And the story, Tim Duncan, 33 points, 16 rebounds.
The New York Knickerbockers join me in applauding the most valuable player of the 1999 NBA Finals, Tim Duncan.
After winning a championship in just his second season, Tim had already put his stamp on the NBA. But he would only continue to get better, combining his arsenal of skills with uncommon grace for a player his size.
Tim Duncan is one of those players who does a little bit of everything. He's
So versatile.
A guy like Duncan, you gotta throw out all the X's and O's. You can't look at too much game film. The guy with his skill always gonna bring something different every night.
You just got to say to yourself that you're going to just go out there and play as tough as you possibly can, and you're going to live with the outcome.
Duncan is so smooth. He moves like no other big man in the game today.
Tim, he's one of the hardest people to guard because he doesn't get rattled. You can't speed him up.
Tim Duncan cannot be stopped. He's on the money. Tim Duncan's taking charge now. 27 for Duncan.
Most guys you can frustrate or you can do different things, to get them out of their game, but Tim, you can't do that.
Get in there. I don't know why you're reaching. You put the ball out there, I gotta try.
What a treat to watch this guy. An all-pro, all-star MVP, Duncan putting on a clinic.
And while Tim's extraordinary talent has been recognized throughout the league, no one has a greater appreciation for this unique player than those who have the chance to watch him on a nightly basis.
It's a lot like Larry Bird's skill level, where he's not blessed as a great athlete, but he's really efficient in movement. His positioning on the court, his intuitive knowledge of where people are going to be, spatial arrangements.
Duncan back to Parker.
Got it! Oh, yeah!
A phenomenal attribute he has. He can control the game without the ball. He can control the game on both ends of the floor.
Great run, Malik. Tim saw him. Patience pays off. Wonderful poise. Smart play.
He makes his teammates feel so confident, so comfortable, because you always know that if you give him the ball, he's going to produce something.
Duncan feeds Manu, cuts it inside, reverse slam dunk! Wow!
It's always good to play with the best player in the game.
His poise, his compassion, everything seeps in through the whole team, and he's just an absolute awesome experience playing with someone that is that great.
And in 2003, Duncan's greatness was reaffirmed as he continued to dominate the league in his signature style, quietly and efficiently.
To have a guy every night is going to get 25 and 17 rebounds, yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That's a convenience right there that most teams don't have.
Tim joined an exclusive club of NBA greats when he became just the 8th player to win back-to-back MVP awards.
You play the game with an elegance and a grace that is a joy to behold. Congratulations, Tim Duncan, 2002, 2003, NBA Most Valuable Player.
He's the ultimate teammate. He really is, and he's the kind of guy you build a team around him.
Duncan's way low. Oh, yes, the one-handed slam. Williams couldn't handle the two-time MVP.
Get the champagne ready, baby. Tim Duncan is having one of the great finals of all time.
Obviously, with Tim, we were a champion. Without him, we wouldn't have been anything.
With his consistency and his ability to play great all the time, I think he is right now one of the greatest players who's ever played.
A player's game is often an extension of his personality. For Duncan, it's calm, smooth, and steady. For Allen Iverson, it's quite the opposite. He plays the game with a reckless abandon that seems to reflect his turbulent career.
Part of what makes Allen Iverson such an exciting player to watch is his explosiveness on the court. At any moment, he can go off.
Iverson now with 8 steals. Make it 9. It's a playoff record. Cruises and solos for 2. Allen Iverson, a playoff record, 9 steals. Oh my! Take that.
I mean, he's a gift, man. He's a gift from God. He's a freak of nature.
Imagine some of Michael Jordan's best moves. Now, speed it up a little. Put that 45 on a 33 RPM. Boom. I mean, that's Allen Iverson.
Iverson accelerates, putting the speed on.
He doesn't move like anything we know. It's quicker.
Backdoor pass, Iverson, twisting shot, and it counts. Iverson takes on all comers, count it, and a foul. Iverson moving against Ryder, loses Ryder, comes in deep, following 8-footer, good. What a show.
He may stand just 6 feet tall, but Allen Iverson's impact on the court is enormous.
He's the little version of Shaquille O'Neal, because you can't stop Shaq and you can't stop Iverson.
Let's see what Anthony does. Forget about it. Iverson for 2. Iverson crosses over against Brown, gets 2, and they ooh and ah here.
I don't think there's one player, one defender that will stop Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson has scored the Sixers' last 19 straight points. Yes! He is the man!
Allen plays with an unrelenting passion, blending toughness, drive, and determination. But those who wonder where those qualities come from will find there is another answer besides Allen himself.
Iverson for the lead. Yes!
Allen has been shaped as both a player and a person by his mother, Ann, who has always been by his side as the guiding force throughout his life.
I love you with so much heart. I'm gonna pass it on to you, baby. It's gonna be all right. Go ahead.
You know, I remember one time we went on an AAU tournament when I was 13, and we didn't have no lights on in the house because she spent the money for the light bill on my sneakers. I always looked up to my mom, like she was the one that told me I could be anything that I wanted to be. You know, I believed it.
And Allen would carry that confidence into his first NBA season.
It's time to get down.
Iverson, this is going to be something with Duncan. He's slammed for two. You are helpless when AI has it going on. Iverson, yes!
The kid has come up big, brings his crowd into a frenzy.
For Iverson, the 1997 season would turn into one long highlight reel. He would capture the league's Rookie of the Year award while also making NBA history along the way.
Yes, and there it is! Allen Iverson, 4 straight with 40 or more, breaking the Wilt Chamberlain standard that had stood for 37 years. Simply amazing. What a week.
Yet despite his personal accomplishments during his rookie season, there were those who had labeled Iverson as a selfish player, and his image would take a beating.
It was probably best summed up by Charles Barkley, who said, "It's me, myself, and Iverson." And that's the way he was perceived, and not necessarily wrongly so.
Allen would also provide ammunition for critics who claimed he hadn't shown enough respect for the game's legends.
He challenged Michael Jordan to the effect, in the first game they played, he said, "I'm not afraid of Michael Jordan, I can play anybody." And in effect, it was interpreted as, how dare he challenge Michael Jordan.
Iverson has Jordan, the crowd is into it, Allen shakes free, gets two!
You know, I don't want to be Michael Jordan, I don't want to be Magic, I don't want to be Bird or Isaiah, I don't want to be any of those guys. You know, when my career is over, I'm going to look in the mirror and say I did it my way.
And Iverson's way would make him the personification of the brash hip-hop superstar. For Allen, it was simple. He was merely being true to himself, no matter what the rest of the world may have thought of him.
People think because he has cornrows, it might be because he's black and from the hood, that he's bad.
I don't wear a suit before and after a game, and I'm not clean cut, and I get knocked for that. So all of a sudden I cut all my hair off and wear suits. Are you gonna love me then? I'm still gonna be the same person.
After the Sixers won just 22 games in Allen's first season, the team turned to a new leader, veteran coach Larry Brown. And from the start, the old school coach was on a collision course with a player used to doing things his way.
It's mind-boggling to me when your team is not the most important thing.
And he's doubled, hacked, fouled, driven on the ground, takes another bruise. I'm telling you, the little guy, he is something.
Despite their differences, Larry Brown couldn't help but be intrigued by his star, not only because of his obvious talent, but also the incredible intensity with which he played.
I always play with my heart. You know, I play with my heart first. And I owe that to my teammates. I owe it to myself, the fans in Philadelphia, my coaching staff.
And they're on their feet. This house is rocking. Rebound volleyball by Ori, but it's taken off over there by Davis. Wraparound pass behind the back, underneath. Great play. What a play by Iverson.
That's Allen Iverson at his best.
Gradually, Brown got Iverson to accept his team-oriented concept, and their partnership would flourish in the 2001 season, with Allen surrounded by a cast of hard-working role players. The 76ers raced out to the NBA's best record.
Iverson into the lane, up and good! What a driving layup by Allen Iverson!
AI sees all and hits all!
Finally, it seemed that Larry Brown and Allen Iverson had put their conflict behind them, and the ultimate proof that things had changed came in the 2001 All-Star Game when Iverson was voted the most valuable player.
Iverson down the lane, scooped it in!
My coach, Coach Brown. Is he around?
This is a tribute to Coach Brown.
The thing that I'm proud of him is he's learning how to play. And he was a kid that was so competitive, wanted to play 1 against 5 every possession. I just see his game developing, and he wants to win so badly. He's such an unbelievable competitor, and I'm learning a lot about him.
Here's Allen for the tie. Yes! And he's fouled!
Allen would lead the Sixers to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Allen Iverson exploding here in Game 7.
With his brilliant play in this critical game, Iverson would put to rest any remaining questions about his leadership as he carried his team to the NBA Finals.
Iverson runs down the floor. He puts his hand to his ear. He jumps with joy. He had an unbelievable 44-point performance here in Game 7. Reputations are made in the NBA playoffs, and Allen Iverson stamps his name in the annals of greatness. The 76ers are the Eastern Conference champions, and they're going to Tinseltown.
Hey, yo, man. Y'all boys ain't no joke, man. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. Hey, yo, that's a team, man. That's a team right there, baby.
It's Allen Iverson and Shaq. Truly a David and Goliath story.
But the first blow would be struck by David in the form of Allen Iverson as he would lead the underdog Sixers to victory in Game 1 against the Lakers.
Here's Iverson. Lou, the defender, stays right with him. Allen wants to go, wants the baseline.
He fires 2 ball, got it again! He steps around Lou and drilled it! He's way too good!
And though Philadelphia would lose the series, the league's MVP won new respect from fans everywhere with his valiant performance against all odds.
Is the little fella tough or what? Gets cracked and still gets it in.
Though the Sixers remain contenders, Larry Brown would depart Philadelphia following the 2003 season. The long-running soap opera between coach and player was now over, but Allen Iverson would add new chapters to his phenomenal career with more playoff heroics.
Backs up 3 ball on its way. He got it! Oh, yeah! You gotta believe he knocked out a 3, and the crowd is going nuts again. And Allen Iverson raises his hands to the top of the First Union Center and then palms his left ear and says, "Let me hear you."
All that matters is you go out and play every game like it's your last. And then after the game's over, you can look in the mirror and say, I did all that I could. And that, that's enough.
I don't think anybody really understood how tough a guy Allen Iverson is.
He is so tough. I don't know how much he weighs, but it's all guts and heart.
You could not deter him from taking the ball to the basket. You could knock him down 10 times in a row. The 11th time, he's still going to go there.
And that may be Allen's greatest legacy, because throughout his career and his life, nothing has been able to keep him down. One of the game's smallest players has battled huge obstacles, and through it all, he has remained the foundation in Philadelphia.
And Allen's shot is up and good again. He is single-handedly carrying these Sixers.
Iverson leads his team with explosive offense, winning 3 league scoring titles during his career. But in Detroit, Ben Wallace has used dominating defense and determination to become the cornerstone of the Pistons.
Tracy McGrady going baseline and gives it to Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace in his second All-Star game.
He may be a star, but Ben Wallace is anything but an overnight sensation. His arrival in the spotlight is the product of hard work and a long journey.
I went to school at Virginia Union, small Division II school in Richmond, Virginia. I wasn't drafted. My first workout was with the Celtics. They had me playing the 2-3, if you can imagine that. Then, I played with Washington for 3 years. I traded to Orlando, played there for a year, and then got traded to Detroit.
The centerpiece of that deal was all-star Grant Hill, and Wallace was considered more of an afterthought. But that only made him more determined to succeed. All he needed was the opportunity.
No doubts about my ability to make it. I knew that, it was going to come a day, when I was going to have my time to shine.
But the Pistons were Ben's third team in 3 years, and he realized he would have to reevaluate his game if he hoped to make his mark in the NBA.
Inside for Fox. Jackie Walker with a great block by Ben.
This is the new and improved Ben Wallace.
Gradually, Ben began to pick up the nuances of the game, especially at the defensive end, and he worked relentlessly to master the blue-collar jobs of basketball, which became his trademark.
I learned to, slow my game down a little bit, learned to recognize little things on the floor that before, you took for granted. And now, as you get older, a little more mature, you learn to see things before they really happen on the floor.
I think rebounding first start is with your vision. You see the ball go up, now you gotta find out a way to get in there and get the ball. It's anybody's ball, if you want it. If you don't really have a heart and desire to get the ball, you're not gonna get it.
Forecourt to Chucky, deep left to Stack, guns for three, it's long, but Ben has the rebound. Deep on the right to Chucky, guns for three, no, but Ben's got another rebound, back to Chucky. A triple try, deep right, it is down!
Blocking shots, it's just all about timing. Shot blocking come from, your teammate playing great defense. If it was just you standing on that basket trying to block a shot, you're going to get dunked on every time. But if your teammate playing hard defense, allow you to rotate, it's just about time and then just going up making a block.
Soon, Ben started gaining recognition for his ferocious defense, which evoked memories of the Pistons' suffocating championship teams of 1989 and 90.
The city itself is a city that built from blue-collar working. And everybody, tells me that I probably could have played on that team, the way I go out there and the way I play.
He's a bad man!
To be compared, it's one of the great teams that ever played in the game. We'll take it. Compliment all day, we take it.
But along with his tireless work ethic, there's another reason why this hard-driving Piston is the perfect fit for someone playing in the Motor City.
I go down my basement, twinkle with the cars a little bit. It sort of relaxes me.
In some ways, Big Ben is just a big kid, as his teammates found out.
Well, my youngest boy, as soon as he get off the school bus, if Ben is outside, he thinks that's permission for him to stay outside. And so, we're always telling him, you have homework first. And he's saying, well, what if Ben is gone inside, by the time I finish homework? That was amateur driving right there.
Amateur.
Yeah, a couple times they, came over, run the doorbell, and asked my wife, can Ben come out and play?
And now, as much as Ben loves Detroit, fans are beginning to return the affection for a hard-nosed hero with a unique style.
Wallace with a tremendous block!
Wow. The crowd loved that.
Oh, I love that too.
He averaged 7 points a game, and he's probably the most beloved player in the city.
One day I was supposed to get my hair braided, but I wasn't feeling up to it. So I said, I'm just gonna leave it out and see what happened. And the fans reacted, putting on the big wigs. They love it. Ever since then, they've been calling for it. So, I try to give the fans what they want.
Ben Wallace has done it the hard way. We're talking about a guy that was undrafted and has now made himself into the premier defensive player in all of basketball, and that's a remarkable accomplishment.
The 2002 NBA Defensive Player of the Year Award to our own Papa Ben Wallace.
These days, Ben has lifted the rest of his game as well. Yet despite his newfound stardom, he's never forgotten what got him there, remaining just as grounded as ever.
I get, the credit from my teammates, from the coaching staff, and from my front office, the people that's there with me every day. They realize what I do for this team. All the other stuff, you just continue to work hard, continue to stay humble, and just go out and play the game. Those things usually have a way of taking care of themselves.
While Ben Wallace is a two-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year Award, a perennial contender for MVP is Kevin Garnett. He's not only one of the league's most valuable players, he may just be the most versatile as well. Drafted fresh out of high school in 1995, Minnesota's Kevin Garnett has been a tall order for opponents from the day he arrived in the NBA.
I've always been, sort of a thin, skinny kid that was taught the game from an old school perspective of finding
what kind of advantage you have over a defender.
No double, a dribble, a drop step, and a slam for Kevin. Oh, he is a threat, folks.
To defend him, Mr. Spirit tells you 7-1. You know what I'm saying, to begin with. And he has a number of moves on the block.
And Kevin Garnett has taken over, folks.
People always ask me in Germany or whatever, who's the toughest guy to play against, and I always say Kevin Garnett. He can take you off the dribble, he can shoot over you.
And Garnett put it in on the line drive.
He's a nightmare to stop.
Left corner, Garnett, drive on Duncan, a step and a slam.
He's quick and fast. Some people are just quick. Some people just phase both. His handle is unbelievable. He's really could be a point guard or shooting guard at 7'1".
He does so much. Runs the floor, rebounds, block shots, score inside, outside. You know, he's a guy that has a lot of energy.
Kevin Garnett, extremely emotional, passionate, plays with a fire that you can just tell that is contagious on his team.
He's erupting now, hyperventilating.
The hardest thing I have with him is he's so competitive that you have to almost kind of pull him in a little bit because he's so competitive.
I am totally opposite from what I am in reality. It's two totally different Kevins, from Kevin on the court and Kevin off the court. When I'm on the court, I'm giving you everything. When I'm off the court, I'm very calm.
Thomas, let's go this way. Get off my back. Get off of me.
With his charismatic personality, Kevin has become one of the NBA's most popular players, and his zest for life is evident in everything he does.
I've always understood when it was time to be serious, but at the same time, when it wasn't, I was me.
I got water, 2 for 5, 2 for 5.
And Garnett has become a fixture on center stage with 7 straight appearances in the NBA All-Star Game.
To be acknowledged as an All-Star is huge.
Man, have a good one, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's only a select few that's been picked.
Give this, give this.
I'm so happy to be here. Every year is a blessing for me.
Garnett. Yes. Pass, Timmy.
And I take it and I run with it each time.
But while Garnett has shined in the midseason showcase, it's been in the postseason where he and the Timberwolves have endured their greatest disappointments.
The Minnesota Timberwolves can't get by the Hex. Kevin Garnett will go for a long rest.
Damn, 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 damn. This is just another motivation for me. I'm gonna get past this hurdle one of these days along with, the organization in the city.
And Kevin has taken it upon himself to carry Minnesota past its playoff roadblock. Setting the tone at both ends of the court, he is the team's heart and soul.
Behind the back pass to Hoiberg, layup good.
I've been a leader for about 4 years now. It's just y'all want to recognize me as a leader, ain't that something? Because I've been here the longest, I understand what's expected here, and I look at myself as being the example. Every morning I get up, I look in the mirror, and what can I do to make the team better?
He'll run through the brick wall for you. You tell him what you want him to do, and not only is he going to do it, but he's going to demand that the other players on the team do it too.
With the additions of Sam Cassell and Latrell Sprewell in 2003, the Timberwolves were looking to rewrite their playoff history.
I think what we did is we learned from the past. We put together a team that we felt can make a legitimate run now.
Cassell and Garnett instantly clicked, playing on the same wavelength, but their communications off the court haven't been quite as smooth.
Sam Cassell is one of the most talkative people in the world.
On the mic,
He uses like 100 words and then he brings them out all at once. You're like, what? Or you want me showing the pick and roll? Yeah. Or you're playing defense? Yeah.
What are you saying?
Sam's a good guy, though. That's my guy, man. He's gonna see me. He's gonna kill me when he sees this.
And now, with talented teammates by his side, Kevin Garnett is intent on lifting his Timberwolves to their ultimate goal.
Is there another level to which Kevin Garnett can climb?
This is the best supporting cast I've ever had. We are here to win a championship, not get out of the first round, not make the second round, but to win a championship.
I would be most happy for us to have playoff success because how much time, effort, energy he's put in.
Garnett with 2, with 1 for the win. He's got it. It's over. Kevin Garnett, one of the greatest players in the game.
He's a phenomenal player because he's got great talent. He's got an unbelievable passion for the game, and he's got respect for the game. And when you put those three things together, you have a winner.
Over the course of this DVD, you've had a chance to see 9 players with different backgrounds, skills, and personalities. They're players who followed separate roads to NBA stardom, but there's something special that binds them together. It's the way they've all left their mark on the game of basketball. Whether revolutionizing their positions, transforming their teams, or blazing new trails for others to follow, these stars have built on the legacies of the game's past greats and are carving out their own place in NBA history. They've become the faces of their franchises and in many ways the NBA itself, and they are sure to be some of the league's most exciting and entertaining players for years to come. We hope you've enjoyed their stories. I'm Spiro Ditas.
Just couldn't be more happy for the guys, and especially for Dave, because he had just an awesome game to end his career, and that's pretty special. And there's some guys though that are uncoachable. You know, you just saw one of them right there. The guy, one big guy, he just walked by. Yo!
I understand what that means.
Thank you, gentlemen.
This is extra small. They're too short. This is ridiculous, yo.
What you doing over here? Switching up AI shorts. I got the smallest shorts in the bag and put them in his locker.
Guys, can we get dressed?
No, I've been made. No, I don't like
What's one more time, then?
No, it's getting old. People trying to send me in mic. I'm allergic to mics, man. I get the coughing and...
Give me that mic. Give me that mic. That's how you gotta do, little kid. Put this
You're looking serious right now, so I mean, he's underwater.
That's just me. I'm just funny looking like that.
Half.
Quarter.
Half. Half.
Halfway through the second quarter.
Ask me another question right there. Ask me another question.
Carter peeling away. What a move by Vince Carter. Once he saw a little space around Ginobili, did he ever take off? That is a highlight film.
It goes off to Carter. Vince Carter down the middle. Change direction. Oh, slam dunk. One of the greats of the year.
Well, I knew he was going to posterize somebody.
McGrady gets it to Vince Carter. 2 seconds. 1 second. Beats the buzzer. Oh, Vince Carter! He is invincible. Net, game, everything Vince Carter.
Going to be Carter that's going to have to start bringing him back. Whoa!
Oh, with a spin. The 360 layup, Vince Carter.
Totally moved by Vince Carter. And oh my goodness, I didn't see that. I did not just see that. John, that pass was too low. That pass should not have had a chance to get to Vince. He took it from below the rim. Vince driving over Stackhouse to the cup with a right-handed dunk. Are you kidding me? Air Canada soaring here in Motown. Over Ben Wallace. That is about as spectacular a dunk as you can get from Vince Carter. Newman drives. Oh, Carter with great hands and strip. Ahead of the back. Showtime. Oh, no! A 360 with one hand. McGrady on the break. Down court, Vince Carter. Deep slides in. And through. Oh, baby, what a play by Aaron Carter.
Vince Carter near corner. Pump fake on the run. Baseline left reverse lay and two-handed jam. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me?
Vince Carter showing you some of the highlight reel. Break for the Raptors. Counted 4-on-1 up top. Oh my Carter. Well, that's what they came to see.
They hit. And Vince Carter brings the crowd to his feet with the windmill jam. Garnett, look out, here he comes, double clutch, wham, slam.
Wow.
What a play by Garnett.
And you can see it coming the whole way.
Oh, man. Garnett never gave up.
He threw it away, folks. Nice move by James. Garnett! Hard to the hole. Oh, my. Ooh, that was nasty. Forget nasty. This is disrespectful. We've been down this road before. Garnett receives. Turns to the foul line. It's in the air.
Oh, the big ticket. And just knocked down the big shot. G-Money has just cashed in with a big one. Oh, what a finish. The crowd on their feet.
Pretty move. He's got it. That was an unbelievable hang time and shot.
Is he playing with confidence or what?
Oh, real my. That's a slam dunk.
I feel you, young fella. Don't be so mean, KG. Oh, baby. Young fella, I feel you. You're talking about rocking the house. KG just rocked the house.
Looking inside, Robinson. Oh, Garnett! Where did he come from?
Dominating every phase of this game.
Brandon over Weber. Oh! Kevin Garnett! They are loving it here in Minneapolis.
Oh, Kevin, have mercy! Have mercy!
Yao Ming with a reversal.
Oh, that was a big-time move. Way to use the baseline.
Can't stop him. Got all those moves. Francis will get it. Throw it back out to Yao Ming. He has not made a three until now.
Oh, he didn't just do that, did he?
I gotta see that again. No, this is impossible. Look at this. Got his money's worth tonight.
Ming puts it on the floor, backing in, and up and under with a right hand.
Are you kidding me? He's a special young player. Over to Yao Ming, who has the patience to wait for everyone to go.
This kid is developing into quite an NBA player.
Right close to Yao, he turns and stuffs it all again.
That's how you put a period at the end of a sentence.
Takes it into Yao. Yao blocks it. Yao blocks another one. Back-to-back blocks by the great wall of Yao.
And don't tell me this kid's not hungry. He's just going to get better and better.
Yao Ming goes right back to Duncan.
Oh my goodness! I don't believe what I just saw. Tear up that rim, young fella. He brought that down in a severe moment.
Yao Ming.
What a pass! He dropped that down from about the third story.
Big fella, show him your versatility.
Marco think that's in the game plan. Oh, Yao Ming and a foul!
That's the type of toughness you need from your big man.
Shaquille O'Neal hit him in the head. And Yao Ming goes right to the hoop.
Yao Ming, baseline, got him. Oh, Yao Ming, turning inside out. That's a Team Elijah stuff.
Puts a smile on my lips when he does those kind of things.
The NBA is coming back to China. The world's greatest athletes are headed to the world's most populous country, bringing all the excitement of NBA basketball.
Down to Yao Ming!
The NBA's latest journey to China continues a relationship that dates back to 1979. That year, the Washington Bullets arrived for 2 exhibition games against China's national team. In 1985, the friendship grew stronger when the Chinese national team came to the U.S. to train with American coaches and play exhibitions against NBA teams. Over the next decade, the NBA started televising its games to China, while NBA players were making goodwill tours to promote the game. And soon Chinese basketball stars began making their mark in America, and Yao Ming has been an international sensation. A new generation of fans throughout China has grown up playing and loving the game. More people across the country play basketball than any other sport. And 75% of Chinese males ages 15 to 24 say they are NBA fans. In addition, NBA players and coaches continue to make pilgrimages to conduct clinics and stage grassroots events. The country's passion for the game will be on display 4 years from now, when the basketball world comes to Beijing for the Olympic Games. But before that, the NBA will be making its own visit next October, in what is sure to be one of China's biggest sports stories of 2004.
The first ever NBA games to be played in China are going to take place October the 14th in Shanghai, and then October 17th in Beijing, when the Houston Rockets and the Sacramento Kings will square off for 2 preseason games.